The only thing I knew about business at this point was from a Dr. Seuss book called The Lorax.
If I told you that this kid was an entrepreneurial genius and a millionaire who makes over $150,000 every month, all while traveling the world and living his best life, would you believe me?
I went from having $300 in my bank account as a high schooler to being a multi-millionaire just a few years later.
So how is this young kid making so much money every month from YouTube while he's out traveling the world? What secret is Matt not telling us that could reveal the truth to his millions on YouTube? And is there something that you can copy to mimic his success? It's time to start investigating.
And if you guys don't know me, my name is Matt Parr. I run 9 different YouTube channels. I actually run 12 different YouTube channels.
One of the most known things about Matt is that he runs over a dozen YouTube channels, all but one of those being faceless channels. So this seemed like the most obvious place to begin my research. Matt is actually pretty vocal about what he does and how he makes all of his money, but it's not all as he likes to make it seem. Matt was just a regular high school kid like any one of us, lost with no clue of what he wanted to do when he grew up. The only thing that he knew for sure was that he didn't want to go to college and get a regular job like all the adults around him were telling him to do.
Like, I saw my parents, they were working 9-to-5 jobs and they didn't really seem to love them. They were just doing the best that they could to provide for their family, and I wasn't looking forward to have to go through that as well.
Matt started his YouTube journey at around 12 years old, just goofing around and having fun. But he didn't start his first faceless YouTube channel until 2014.
Including the channel that got me this play button with over 1 million subscribers.
Now, he never talks about this channel publicly or the type of content that it posts, but this channel would basically cover unworldly phenomenons caught on camera, like aliens or mermaids or proof of time travel. You know, that mind-numbing rabbit hole that you fall into on YouTube watching just one clickbaity, ridiculous video after another until it's suddenly 2 a.m. and you have no idea what happened to the last 3 hours of your life. Yeah, that kind of channel.
And this is when my life completely changed. One of my videos got 100,000 views, and at this point I was ecstatic. I couldn't contain myself. This was one of the first successes that I ever had in my life.
This got the channel enough subscribers and watch time hours to get monetized.
And just like that, flipping a light switch, I was making $3,000 per month. This was more than all my friends. This was life-changing money at that age. It's very strange to say, but I was making more money than my parents.
So this faceless channel thing really did work. But there was a pretty big problem.
I had to spend every waking minute of my life basically focused on YouTube to get these kind of results, and I basically had no social life whatsoever. Like, literally all my time was consumed in it, and I knew that wasn't a life that I wanted to live.
Matt was suffering from one of the many things that many YouTubers deal with: burnout. And seeing as Matt had school full time, there just wasn't enough time in the day to scale his YouTube channel the way that he wanted, especially if he was going to try to find a real career or a way to escape having to go to college. Only making $3,000 a month from AdSense alone just wasn't going to cut it for long. But Josh, wait, this is only one faceless YouTube channel. Didn't you say that Matt was running over like a dozen faceless YouTube channels? And if he barely has enough time to scale his first channel, then how could he possibly have enough time to start and run all those other channels? Well, my friend, this is when Matt turned to one of the most credible sources of business information that he could find. And I'll give you a hint. It came right from a book. No, not $100 Million Offers by Alex Ramosi.
Was from a Dr. Seuss book called The Lorax. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but basically in that book, there's a guy who figures out how to make money selling this thing, and the only way that he scaled it was hiring other people to do the work for him.
So Matt takes this wisdom of delegation that he learned from The Lorax and begins to seek help to grow his YouTube channel. For a faceless channel like Matt's, he needed to hire a scriptwriter, a voiceover talent, an editor, and a thumbnail designer. This way Matt could just come up with ideas and send the videos down the pipeline and post the final video once it had been delivered to his liking. So this would mean Matt would be effectively making YouTube videos without even actually making any videos. What a concept. So Matt was able to find and hire these people on places like Fiverr or ytjobs.co, which is a great source to find and hire people with YouTube skills specifically. You can also offer your skills and get paid for your services on there as well if you wanted. So by hiring all these roles out, this allowed Matt to do what he did best and allow others to help him with the parts that he didn't want to be doing. So with all this extra time now, Matt started a few extra channels and started putting his nose down, focusing on growing all of those channels. And by 2017, Matt hit a huge milestone,
which was getting over 100,000 subscribers. And in turn, they give you what's known as a silver play button. So I got the silver play button. Honestly, I'm just on top of the world at this point. This like meant absolutely everything to me. And it was around this point as well where I bought my dream car, which was a blue Ford Mustang.
Now that's pretty sick if you ask me. Most people wait 30 plus years to buy their dream car. Here Matt is doing it just 1 year after getting his driver's license.
And at this point, I was making $30,000 a month from ad revenue from my different YouTube channels.
That sounds pretty great, right? That's about $360,000 per year. So after taxes and all that, this would take Matt right around 3 years to hit that $1 million mark. Now that's not too shabby, but that next year, Matt would stumble upon something that would forever change the success of his YouTube empire and launch him into making 6 figures per month. Well, at 17 years old, for Matt to be making $30,000 per month was pretty rare, and it started to get some buzz around his school amongst his friends. I mean, if I had a homie in high school who was making $30,000 per month, I know I would want to know how the heck he was doing it. Well, so did his friends.
They were asking me how they could do YouTube as well. How could they do what I was doing? Because they saw I was getting some success at this point. They wanted to learn as well.
I mean, the idea of making money from YouTube without actually having to make videos like Matt was doing sounded too good to be true. This was a very valuable skill that he could teach, and to a very large and in-demand market. And this is when it hit him. Matt needed to be teaching other people how to do what he was doing on a new YouTube channel. This channel needed to actually have Matt on camera teaching and ultimately sell a course teaching his full step-by-step methods to running a faceless channel. So Matt did some research and he actually took a course himself. You can see here that Matt enrolled in Jordan Mackey's Buy 9 to 5 course in September of 2018, which is a course that teaches how to make faceless YouTube channels as well. So basically he got all that extra info that he may have needed from that other course and packaged it all up into his own version of the course. So now he's got his product and he's ready to start making his content for this new channel.
In October of 2018, I started my YouTube channel called Make Money Matt.
Now, his videos at the beginning were a little rough. He also only had a very basic version of his course made.
And to give you an idea of how low tech this was, it was literally just a screen recording with a slideshow and me just showing how to grow on YouTube.
But then something interesting happened when he posted his 5th video.
I remember very clearly one day, I'm driving around in my car and I get a notification on my phone. And I check my phone and I see that I just sold one of my courses for $100. And at this point, I only have 5 videos on my channel.
Now this obviously excited him and it really proved that this method would work. So he doubled down on it and started making even more content and would mention his course at the end of each of these videos.
And over the next few months, after uploading a bunch of videos, I had one kind of take off, get like 100K views, and Make Money Matt got to the point of making over $1,000 a day with selling my courses.
That's $30,000 per month from his course already coming in
just a couple months after starting the channel in early 2019.
Along with this $30,000 per month from his faceless channels that are running basically entirely on autopilot at this point. So over the next few months, Matt refined his course and he even made a few other digital products to further help his students. He also fine-tuned his sales funnels and automations so that his course would effectively sell itself. And by 2019, Matt hit his biggest milestone yet.
My course crossed over $1 million in revenue literally one day before I turned 20 years old. So I could say that I was a millionaire as a teenager for a day.
That's epic. Matt had done the unthinkable and become a millionaire from YouTube all before the age of 20. He was able to avoid college and getting a real job and start making great money from his YouTube efforts. Now, Matt has spent the last few years
traveling the world in first class, completing bucket list items I've always wanted to do, like dive over 1,000 feet deep in a submarine. And now at this point, I literally don't worry about money at all.
So ironically, although starting faceless YouTube channels and automating them taught Matt the skill that he needed to earn his first money online, it wasn't the key to his millions. And in fact, is barely even making up for 19% of his total income. That's right, nowadays his channels accumulatively are making him over $150,000 per month from AdSense and his course sales. $120,000 of this per month though is basically all course sales and revenue from his main channel, Make Money Matt, while only $30,000 or 19% of this is coming from his faceless YouTube channels. Now don't get me wrong, $30,000 a month is still a great income. I don't care who you are, but that's for 10 plus channels that have well over 1 million subscribers. And when you see that number compared to $120,000 per month for his one YouTube channel that currently only has around 600,000 subs, well now you may start to question which method you should be going for. So before you rush off and try to start a faceless YouTube channel talking about Bigfoot and time travelers like Matt did, remember the key that really unlocked financial freedom for Matt wasn't actually starting a faceless channel or even multiple faceless channels. It was starting an educational YouTube channel that solved a problem for a specific group of people and having a solid product to sell those people. So if you're wanting to mimic Matt's success in as little time as possible, here's how you should go about doing that. Step 1, learn a skill. Now this is preferably going to be a skill that you already have and maybe even made some money from in the past. High value skills are going to be your best bet here. So your skills in underwater basket weaving may not be your best bet for this particular side hustle. but you can find some great success if you focus on topics in these 4 niches, either health, wealth, relationships, or luxury, things like fashion, cars, or travel. Now, Matt picked the niche making money, and more specifically, making money on YouTube, which is partially why he found so much success. It's a very high value skill with an even higher desired outcome. The second step is to make a YouTube channel teaching that skill. Educational YouTube channels have way more leverage than entertainment channels when it comes to how much you can earn from them. Remember, if you're an entertainment channel like Matt's first faceless YouTube channel, then AdSense is the most popular way to monetize, which means you're gonna need a ton of views all the time. Now, that's not really a problem if you can pump out multiple banger viral videos every single week like Matt was doing. If you're an educational channel, you have way more options to monetize, like Matt does on his main channel, Make Money Matt.
And it's very often the case that channels make more money through affiliate marketing than they do through ad revenue.
You also don't need as many views or subscribers to start making a decent income. And the last step is to sell a product that helps you get your audience a result that they are after. This can be any type of digital product that helps solve a major problem for your audience. The idea here is to teach a valuable skill that you have in either a written guide or a video course.
Creating a course like this has brought me from making around 6 figures per year to making well over 7 figures per year.
You can even create helpful templates or presets to software that can help solve problems for your audience as well, like Notion or Canva templates. And if you don't want to make these products, you can even hire people to make the products for you if you don't want to take the time to do it yourself. Put it this way. If you've helped someone in the past, or you get asked frequently for help with a certain skill that you have, turn that skill into a digital product that you could share with people to help them get a result that they're after. Simple as that. And the idea here is to have that product in mind before you ever even start making a bunch of content. You can see that Matt made sales from only having 5 videos posted. Now that's long before he ever got monetized on that channel for AdSense. So keep that in mind with this strategy. Sales can come a lot quicker than you think when you're targeting the right people with the right type of product. From there, just start pumping out content now and focus on solving problems for your audience and promoting your products. This will lead to traffic coming to your products and open the doors for multiple streams of income down the road if you want. I know you may be thinking, Josh, this sounds great in theory, but I don't have a huge following like Matt does. So how can I do this with a smaller channel or with a smaller following? Well, I was actually able to do this with a brand new YouTube channel, and I even made money off my very first video posted. That channel ended up hitting 6 figures within that first year and is still bringing me in sales even to this day without even posting consistently to the channel. If you want to see exactly how I was able to do that, go ahead and check out this video right here. I'll see you there.